Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today's pick a card reading is Who's Coming Towards You, and we are taking a look, of course, in the romantic aspect. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from. The first one is, we're just going to call it a tart. The second one is the crayola tempera, I don't know, I'm probably saying it wrong. And pile 3 is Pascal. Timestamps are in the description and comments section. Meet you guys at your pile. Hi, pile 1. You guys are the tart. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Before we get started, just to throw that out there, the link to my Instagram for more pick a card readings, as well as the link to my Etsy shop for personals, is in the description box. So if you are interested, thank you to all of you who are supportive and follow me over there or have booked personal readings. I wanted to do a reading that I haven't done in a little bit. I can't remember the last time I did this one, to be honest. And I kind of try to stay away from the who type readings, but they're kind of fun to do as well. So some of you probably won't have any idea who this person is, and yet others of you might. So I have all the cards ready to go. Let's get to your reading, pile 1, and see who it is and who is coming towards you. As usual, I'll still start off with tarot and go from there. And let's just have a fun reading, right? This is meant to be fun and more of a, I guess, entertainment one type of reading, but let's get to it. So we have the 2 of teacups. Let's lay out all the tarot and then I'll dive into each one of these. We have the Queen of Coins and we have the 2 of Presents. A lot of 2s here. But first of all, for a lot of you, this is going to be a divine counterpart, someone you share a spiritual connection with, a soulmate, twin flame, whatever whatever label applies for you, or whatever, you know, you've accepted the title, or no title, that's cool. But that's what I get first with the 2 of teacups. I also get this person is, okay, before I get to the cards, when I was moving the cards off of the board and I was putting your pile to start the reading, I was getting on someone who really loves pizza and also someone who might be like a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. That's just what came through. So whoever that's for, I hope that's an extra confirmation or maybe an extra hint as to who your person is. But yeah, I feel like your person is someone who tends to get along with people, kind of, I don't really get, I don't know, like pushy or anything. I get kind of more just calm, easygoing, laid back type of an approach. Now we do have the Queen of Coins here, but of course we're just looking at the energy. I feel like this is someone who is very abundant, very blessed, someone down to earth, grounded, responsible with their monies. This is someone who probably is, who enjoys cooking, so someone who's a chef, someone who might be more of a foodie, as well as what I was getting, and it probably ties back into that whole pizza, possibly, I don't know, the whole Italian or Irish roots coming through as well with that. For some of you, this is someone who could be a parent, may have a kid, or is just very close to their mother, has a very good relationship with their parents, not just their mother, with that. Then we have the 2 of Presents. So this is someone who juggles a lot. This person is constantly busy, has something to do, they're always on the move. You kind of can't keep up with this person sometimes because they're kind of very spontaneous. Like they get an idea, like, okay, let's go do it. You know, they don't waste time. This person really goes for it is what it is. This is a go-getter. Also what I was getting, sometimes they really do think out details, so they kind of tend to go back and forth. For some of you, if this is someone that you possibly might know but you're not sure, this is someone who might be hot and cold with you. So like one minute they're there, the next they're not, you know, you're just kind of like never really sure. It also could be someone who kind of experiences mood swings, so yeah, but it also could be someone who just deals with like a lot of anxiety or depression, ADHD kind of thing as well. Someone who might be struggling with their finances, trying to keep things in order. kind of different energies coming through. So, you know, just take what resonates. I'm just trying to give the information as it comes. Let's get to your oracle cards. I have a few of those. I'll put down, do I want to put all of them? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this, pile one? Let's do 2. We'll do 2 so I don't have too many energies. And then we'll just kind of recap. So we have a writer there. And yeah, okay. And it says partners, companions. So this is definitely another confirmation. Whether or not you know this person, this is your divine counterpart. This is the person that you're meant to be with. Wow, pile 1. So the next person coming towards you is your person. And I know for a lot of you, I know a lot of you that I read for on the other readings tend to be in separation. You guys, a lot of you are twin flames, divine counterparts. So wow, what exciting news for you guys. So let me know when it does happen, but that's what we're getting. But also, this is someone very relatable, someone who just gets along with everybody, just that down to earth. I don't know, homie, why did I got homie? But this is someone who likes to just, you know, fire up the grill and have a get together. Someone who likes, I don't know, just like the board games, basketball. Something caught my attention, but basketball is possibly another thing that's coming through. They're a big basketball fan. I was reading the card. I'm sorry. The card talks about best friends. So maybe for some of you, this is someone that you've been friends with for a long time, and you know they're about to express their feelings for you. So wow, just another wow. And this talks about marriage. So with the Queen of Coins and marriage, for some of you, I know I mentioned before that this could be someone who is a parent or has kids. So it might be someone who is divorced. It might be someone who's separated, a single parent. That's other things that are coming through. Justice and balance is also on this card. So I kind of pick up on Libra energies. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So those are other things that are coming through. The writer, this is someone who enjoys being out in nature. They may have grown up on a farm. This might be literally just what the card shows. Someone who enjoys horseback riding or is into more athletic activities, being active, being outdoors, camping. I don't know, when I was talking about the pizza and the Ninja Turtles, surfer came to me, and also like Surfer Boy Pizza. So for those of you who watch Stranger Things, this is a Stranger Things fan as well. So just tying that all in together. I know it's just a lot of information. That's just those 2. I still have 2 more. So yeah. We have Destroyer, speaking of those other 2 cards, and then we have, wow, Cat Independent. I've been meaning to use these animal cards for the longest time, and so I use this as an excuse. Anyways, which one do I want to start off with? I want to start off with the cat. This is someone who is very independent. They can get things done on their own. They're very reliable, very dependable. I feel like this is more, you know, I feel like they have this playful side to them, but they get shit done. They take care of their business. This is someone very responsible. So, you know, for a lot of you, going back to what I was saying, this is the person you're meant to be with. So you want someone who can take care of you and take care of themselves, right? So that is just awesome to see that. It also says you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. So that connecting probably more to the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the water energy that we were picking up on that. You don't have to go with the crowd. So this is someone who just kind of does their own thing. They're very laid back. They're not about like impressing everybody. They're just kind of doing whatever they like, having a good time, laughing about it. Someone who's a little bit of a jokester, possibly a prankster. I mean, they like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, so life supports you in every way. And just going back to that, I don't know, for some, they might have even had a pet turtle. So that's just something else. Life supports you in every way. I just feel like this person is just very blessed and abundant. I feel like they have a lot going on. Even though they might be juggling a lot of responsibilities, they have a lot on their plate, and sometimes their finances kind of get out of whack. I do feel like at the end of the day, they have everything figured out, or at least, you know, compared to most people, they have a lot of things figured out. I do feel like this is more of a mature independent, successful type of individual. I don't know, some they work like in an office too is the other thing. A natural healer. So this could be a doctor. They could work in anything where it involves, I mean, I'm even going to say like a dentist, but maybe therapist, psychiatrist. What is it, like physical therapist kind of thing, or therapy, I don't know what I get with that. But for some of you, they literally are healers. Like, it might be a shaman, it might be someone who's just as spiritual as well. So whatever applies. Also, for some of you, this is a person who likes pets, because we're talking about nature, right? So it's not just limited to cats, because with the rider and the horse, of course, that's what I was thinking. So someone who might have a pet, or someone who recently got one is what I just got too. Someone who just recently got a pet. I'll leave that there. And now we have the destroyer. So this one's interesting. Releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Okay, first of all, when I'm saying this, I'm thinking Hawaii, and it kind of just ties back to the surfer vibe. So they might have more come from like, what's the word? I can't even think of the word, and I hate myself because I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word, so I'm just gonna, I'm not meant to share it. But just kind of more of a cultural type of a background, I guess, is what I'm trying to get with that. But going back, releasing what is potentially destructive. I'm also getting like scientist vibe. I'm sorry, with this card. And preparing for new life. With the preparing for new life, I kind of tie that back to the doctor. So it might also be nurse. It's not, things are so different, right? So it's not just limited to one or the other. Just any type of healthcare type of career. And then the shadow attributes: intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So I don't feel that. That's not the kind of energy I was picking up on. I don't feel like that. This person might have like this fascination with blowing things up. I don't know. I know people who are like that and seen people like that. So I just feel like they just enjoy that kind of activity, which is okay, cool. I'm not picking up too much on this with this card. I don't feel that they're a destroyer. With this though, I am picking up service, like Army, Navy, Air Force, that sort of thing, and Marines even. So I pick up on that type of energy for you guys, pile one. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else with this card. I do feel like this person might be in a position of power with this card and doesn't really put up with BS, but it doesn't have to be limited to career. It might be someone who just doesn't play games, doesn't have time for that, just, it's kind of a little bit more direct than some of your other type of people that you might know. And I feel like that, just going back, I don't know, I'm just going to leave that one there. But I'm just going to go through the cards real quick to see if there's anything else that we can pick up on for your pile. I kind of feel like it's, your person goes between being this, having it together, calm, cool, relaxed, to other times just being kind of a little bit overwhelmed with everything that they're trying to get done and accomplish. So sometimes you might see them like stressed out or anxious, maybe a little bit worried about things and deadlines. But then there's this other side of them that's just cool, fun, you just love being around them. I feel like they have a personality that others really enjoy. They love listening to their stories or what they have to say or their jokes and having fun with them. And this is someone who is cool being on their own, but they're also cool in a group of people. So it's kind of like a person who is okay working alone, but also can work great with a group of people. An athlete, someone who does enjoy sports, loves nature, loves animals, might travel just to see animals, might have been to like, I don't know why Africa came to me, but it came to me. So I'm just, again, giving you the information. But overall, pile one, this person is someone who you share a soulmate type of connection with, divine counterpart. You will know. You'll know. I think maybe you guys might know. I don't know what the other piles hold yet. I have no idea. But I feel like you guys might know a little bit more, might have a little bit more of an insight as to who this person is compared to the others. But I don't know yet. And if you're going to be watching any of the other piles, then maybe you can add on more clues. But that's where I'm going to leave it. Pile one, comment, share, subscribe, like too. And again, the links for my other stuff is in the description box if you are interested. Thank you guys so much again. And I hope to see you on my next pick a card reading, which hopefully will be soon too. So thank you, pile one. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your pick a card reading. And we are looking at who is coming towards you in love. Of course, that's what we're looking for. And you guys are the Crayola pile. And with that, I do feel like for some of you, it is going to be where your person is very creative. They might be an artist, a painter, a photographer, musicians, writers, just there's a whole gauntlet, right, of different possibilities, but very creative individuals. I was getting the rainbow as well, so that might be of significance to some of you as well. I feel like that might be somewhat of a confirmation already. It might kind of already confirm what your person, who your person is. I kind of tend to stay away from these readings just because I get a lot of energy, and I know sometimes it's just like I have no idea who that person is. And if you don't, that's cool, because there's a lot of information that's coming through. Maybe eventually it will make sense, because sometimes tarot, it doesn't make sense in the moment, but later in the future you're like, oh, you know, that light bulb moment comes up and you're like, now I get it. It makes sense. And so it just take, you know, whatever you want from this. If you don't know who it is, maybe down the road you probably will. And for others of you, you might figure it out right away. Like I said, for some of you, you've already gotten probably quite a bit of confirmations already. You'll know. But let me know. I'm kind of interested to see. But that's, again, why I kind of tend to stay away from these. But I do like doing these. These are fun. So you might see these a little bit more often on the channel. Anyways, everything is ready to go. So let's get to your reading and see. We will start off with the tarot cards as usual, and then we'll jump into the oracle cards. Alright, so I don't know what I started with pile one. I'm just going through. I'm laughing right now, and I'll tell you guys once I lay down the other two. We have the Four of Flowers, we have the Three of Potions, and we have the Six of Wands. A lot of fire energy, so Leo, Aries, Sag energy, as well as Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I was laughing. I don't know how many of you jumped from pile one to two, or maybe you were thinking about pile one, but your first card out, it makes me laugh because this is one of the cards that's well known for being that soulmate, specifically the twin flame card, and that is the very first card out. Pile one, it was a soulmate too, so I don't know, it might be an extra confirmation. And then this is someone who enjoys celebrations. They like gatherings, they enjoy the holidays. This is someone who spends a lot of time with friends, family, goes out, might be a little bit of a party person, just about having a good time. And this is someone you might kind of tend to always see a smile on their face, or just very super friendly, outgoing, extroverted in person with that. And the Three of Potions, these two cards are kind of similar, honestly. It's about just going out, and it's celebrating. I don't know. This might be someone, for some of you, that you might meet at a wedding, at like a, well, no, that wedding. A wedding, like a graduation, through friends, some type of get-together or party is what I get. To me, these two cards are actually pretty much the same. Just about having fun, being lively, energetic, having a good time. But, you know, just going back to that party type of individual, this might be someone who enjoys, you know, drinking a little bit more, just I don't know, just living it up pretty much is what I get with that. We have the Six of Wands. So this is someone who has a lot of attention on them. They might stand out. This one might be for those of you that have like, they might have like a YouTube channel. They might be have a heavy social media presence or following. They're just, you know, there's different things. So just, you know, apply. I feel like that's going to be a very big hint. I don't know. And it kind of ties into the creativity as well. So you'll know. With that, I feel like this is also someone very successful at what they do. They're very good at what they do. So I guess like they're just someone who works, but yeah, they're just partying and having as much fun, probably more fun at what they do. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's get to your oracle cards and see. I don't know. I feel like this is very specific. I don't know. We'll see what we get. I'm just going to start off with two. We'll do the Bear and we have Pisces. So with the Bear, I get that this is someone who is very protective and loyal to those that is in their inner circle. This is someone who has your back. I also get someone who is very much into health, also someone who enjoys being outdoors and being out in nature. I'm just trying to see if I'm getting anything else with that one. Not really. Someone who really enjoys the stars is what I was getting, but I'm not really picking up too much other energy with that. So Pisces, we do have adding on to the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces coming through. Someone who's very intuitive. We have the Mystic on that one, but imaginative. I feel like this covers everything that I've already said, so I'm just going to read off, and I feel like it's just going to apply. It's going to make sense. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathic, mystical, adoring, magical, dreamy. I'm not even going to try to say that word. Enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical. Is that really sick? Oh shit. Hold on. I have to see. Oceanic? I'm not even. Self-pitying, logical. I feel like this one might be someone who marches to the beat of their own drum. They might have a little bit of a eccentric, but you know, it's always those people who fall into that category that tend to be like the legends and icons, if you know what I'm saying. So it's those kind of qualities. There's something that just seems off about them, but at the same time, that's what makes them so special, makes them stand out. A little bit more emotional. This is water energy, and it is Pisces. But I also feel someone who might be very spiritual or very connected religiously with that. But I don't feel like they show their emotions too much. But I feel like once you get to know them, I don't know why the Pisces moon came to me. So that might be a confirmation for somebody with that card. I don't know, just very dreamy type of energy. I just feel like this person is very imaginative, very creative. Like video games is something that I was getting. I don't know if this person like might create their own video games or work where they work like create their own like phone apps, you know, with games as well, or someone who tends to play a lot of apps on their phone is what I was getting with that, or on their computer. I just feel like this person is the type, they are, I wouldn't say stubborn, but they're very, like, almost like if you challenge them, they'll do everything in their power to prove you're wrong. Like, you tell them, you can't do that, you can't do that. And they'll be like, watch me. And then they'll go and do it. This is someone who gets things done. And it kind of just, again, ties into those people. Like, no, you know, everyone says no, no, no. And this is like, watch me, you know. So that's the energy I get with this person. yeah, they're not taking no for an answer, is what I get. So they will find a way, they will do what they want and accomplish it, and then they just kind of sit back and watch. And I get this person kind of gets a lot of enjoyment from that. Yeah, very interesting. And so these are, I feel like this might be someone who owns their own business, created something. You know, just a lot of different things coming through with that. Might be an entrepreneur. There's so many different, I mean, there's tons and tons of YouTubers, so it could be someone who created something, or like very informative, or I don't know, just a lot of different things coming through. I have 2 more oracle cards. I didn't want to lay them all out because, as you can see, I get quite a bit of information. We have child wounded, and we have dolphin play. With the green, like, I'm drawn to the color. So the green, I feel like this is someone who is very loving, very kind, very welcoming. But they kind of, you know, they'll only put up with so much, and then that bear side of them comes out. And so, you know, I don't know, for some they might have a little bit of a temper. We do have a lot of fire energy too, so that's something that comes through. But also the blue, so I feel this is someone who might have some type of communication. You know, it kind of goes back, like, it could be on TikTok, it could be on Discord, it could be, I don't even remember all the other ones, and of course YouTube. Or someone who just communicates and does, like, maybe journalism, might have a blog. It's just something where, like, I can't put my hands on what it is, because it's probably a lot of different energies, but this person does have really, really good communication skills. So I don't feel like their throat chakra is blocked. I don't feel like their heart chakra is blocked. I feel like this person, you know, once you get to know them, like, I feel like this is someone emotionally available. I feel like this is someone who will say what they want. They're not really afraid to. They might be a little bit outspoken compared to others. And I'm going to leave that there. So I'm going to go with the first card. Well, the second card, the dolphin play. This is someone who does enjoy having fun. They like being playful. They don't like to be serious. It just goes back to what I was saying about partying, having a good time, get-togethers, celebrating, being extroverted. Like, this is someone who just thrives and loves being in that energy of other people. This might be someone who enjoys concerts, going to sporting events. They just get that rush, like adrenaline rush is what I get with that. It says swim in the happy joy of living, inhale confidence. Yeah, I feel like this is a very confident individual with what they do. They're very comfortable with who they are. They know who they are, and you just can't really tell them. Like, I feel like they just know. I don't know. Dive into your wisdom. So this kind of just goes back to the mystic. I know I'm probably picking up on several people, and this probably is what might drive some of you crazy, because it could be like, you know, certain things applies to your person that you might know who this is, and then other parts don't, or it could just be like none of this applies and it's just like a lot. I don't feel like this is just cut out. I don't feel like this is just one person specifically, but it might be. I don't know, you know, there's many different layers to people, so it could be. But yeah, very wise, very smart, very intelligent, and, you know, to be very communicative. I feel like your person does, it's probably like a reader, tends to gain knowledge and always learning, and go with the flow. They're just, I feel like this person is very easygoing, likes to have fun, but once they're focused on something, getting something done, like, that's tunnel vision for them. Like, first I do this, and then afterwards, like, I'm gonna go party and have fun and do, you know, hang out with everybody. Like, that's kind of what I get with that. But very fun, playful type of person, likes parties, likes getting together. Again, loves being around people. More of a people person for you guys, pile 2. And child wounded. So awakens compassion and desire to serve other. I feel like other wounded children opens the learning path of forgiveness. So it's not going to be as deep as that. Like, I'm going to be honest, it's not as deep as that. I feel like your person is someone who does serve others, and they have, you know, whatever their gifts are. Everyone has their own gifts, and it doesn't, You don't have to be, oh, like a tarot reader, oh, you're gifted or something. You know, people who are artists are very talented and they're sharing their craft. People who post videos, like what, on YouTube, of their drawings or sharing it online, even playing video games, because you gotta have, you know, pretty smart. I don't know why I get the Seven of Swords energy, just because you have to be a little bit, just like a problem solver, puzzle solver with that. And when I'm looking at the thing here, I kind of see that as well, like a puzzle almost. So that might be for some of you that I'm getting that. But they do, just kind of going back to what I was saying, whatever talent or gift they are sharing it with others in a way. They're serving others. It's not where it has to be, you know, like a police officer, a firefighter, a doctor, a dentist, whatever. There's so many different gifts. It could be the gift of humor. They could be a comedian, right? And that's their gift, bringing joy and happiness to others. So whatever that person's gift is, I feel like that person is sharing it with others. And a shadow blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. Look, if you know your person well enough, if you know who this is, that part might make sense. Like, it might make sense. Me personally, like, this is just my opinion, I feel like everybody has childhood wounds, so that applies to everybody. It doesn't really clarify or kind of hint at who it is. Even if you don't know your person, more than likely they have childhood wounds. Even when you meet them, and even if they have healed, they're probably still going to have, you know, that little residue of the childhood wounds. It's something that just, you heal as much as you can, you know, and just different amounts for each person. That's all there is. But I don't feel like the shadow really applies here. For some of you, it might be that they don't have as close of a relationship with their family, maybe their parents, because of stuff that's gone on. So take that if that resonates, but I'm not really picking up too much else. I don't see anything else with that card. I don't see anything else with that card, and I don't think there's really too much else going on here. I'm gonna go back to the Four of Flowers because I didn't really talk too much about it, and this will be for some of you. You know, it'll be for some of you, it is that this is just talking about someone who likes to party, have fun, goes out, hangs out, all that, right? For others of you, this Four of Wands card, and that's what the flowers are, they're the wands in this deck, this is your soulmate. This is your divine counterpart. So it'll make sense. I feel like you'll know. So you'll know the difference if you're like, nope, that doesn't. Because I know I read for a lot of you that are, and that's probably why I have kind of like a smaller, not smaller, but I may not resonate to everybody because of that reason, which is fine. I'm just saying that. But if this is your divine counterpart, then you know. And I feel like that card was just the very first confirmation, and that's why I tied it back to pile one, because pile one, hopefully, you know, I'm just, you know, whether or not you saw it, it did talk about a soulmate. So if you were drawn to pile one, then you probably should watch, because there might be some other confirmations if you still need it. You might be like, hey, I'm good, I already know who this is, and maybe just hearing that it is your divine counterpart, your soulmate, you know, is enough. But that is where I think we're gonna leave it, pile two. I think that's quite a bit. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know if it is, and if it's not, you know, like I said, it could be someone that you meet down the road. For others of you, you know, right? You already know. So the link to my Instagram for more pick a card readings, and the link to my Etsy for personals is in the description box if any of you are interested. Thank you guys for those of you that do follow on Instagram, and for those of you that have booked personal readings with me. Thank you guys very, very much. And I hope to see you soon on my next pick a card by pile 2. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we are taking a look. Who's the person coming towards you? And we are doing it in regards to love, because I've done other readings where I had the intention of it being love related, and it ended up being like just open to anybody. So if I did who's coming towards you, it could be like, hey, your mom's coming towards you, or or your best friend, you know. I mean, I don't know, maybe you want to date your best friend. It's very possible, right? So don't, yeah. Anyways, but this is specifically romantic interest, or, you know, stranger or secret admirer, who knows, right? Well, we will see what comes out for your pile. Before I get started, the link to my Instagram for pick a card readings, as well as a link for my Etsy shop for personals, is in the description box. Everything is ready to go. Let's get to it. We will start off with the tarot first, and then we'll dive into your oracle cards. So, pile 3. What do we have? First, we have the King of Spears. We have the 3 of Presents. And we have the 7 of Cups. Pretty much all the energies are here except for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I feel like, you know, all those are probably going to apply. So just take that if, you know, if it's something you want to know. If you don't, then cool. Just disregard it. Leave it for the next person. That's all. It's just to help. So with the King of Spears, this is someone very driven, passionate, a go-getter. This person takes action. They are not one to just sit around and wait. They do things. Like, I don't feel like you have to tell them or constantly remind them. I feel like this is someone who just takes that initiative. They are the one planning. They are the ones who make it happen. I feel like this is someone very creative. This is someone who has a lot of goals in life. I feel like it's just one thing after another that this person is accomplishing, and it's kind of very inspiring to other people. With that, this might be somewhat of a flirt as well. So you might, you know, this person might have a little bit of a game. I don't feel like it's bad though, but I feel like this is someone who might use a pickup line on you and just kind of draw you in. I feel like this person kind of knows what to say to kind of hook you and hook people in. So this is someone just very confident, and they know what they're capable of, and they're not afraid. They just go after what they want, and it's just very fiery, passionate. They can have a little bit of a temper, but overall what I'm getting is just someone who gets things done. With this one, I feel like someone who's in sales is what I was getting when I was just kind of talking about that. Maybe someone, even like insurance even, is what I'm getting. I'm not getting too much else, even like auto sales. So I don't know who that's for, but that's something that I was getting and picking up as I was going through that description. We have the 3 of Presents. So this is going to be someone who can be somewhat of a teacher and works well with others. They are someone who's always into learning and just building. Like, I feel like architecture is something that I'm getting with this one as well. Just starting things from scratch. Like I get like a car, model cars is something that they enjoy, or just even like artistic. Like they do some kind of mosaic type of art, or like they might take pieces from different things and then they make it their own. I feel like this is just a very, very creative type of individual that we have here. And then we have the 7 of Cups. I feel like this is someone who's very it might be in their head. They're a bit of a dreamer. They're very imaginative. They come up with their own ideas. This is someone who might be a little bit more reserved sometimes because they're kind of always thinking. They're trying to think of what they're doing. But I do feel like at the same time, this is someone who, once they make up their mind, they go for it. And they can be pretty talkative at that point. But I feel like they're just always planning their next move. And that's what I get with that. A lot of things going on in their life. I just feel like they get so many different opportunities presented to them and different ways to go. I kind of feel like for some of you, I don't know who this is for, this is someone who might have gone to you for advice because they weren't sure which road to take, and they turn to you. This is someone who works well with others, but they're very, I get like someone who wants to help others, who I kind of get that teacher vibe. I really do. I feel like teacher, professor, or even if they're teaching other things, it's not just limited, you know, because there's so many different things that people are teaching others. There's so many different things to learn, right? How to roller skate, how to skate, how to draw, how to play this game. I mean, it's just so many different things that you can teach. But I feel like that's kind of what it is. I feel like this person really does even though they kind of tend to be quiet, I feel like they shine in the spotlight. Um, very, yeah, I don't know. But they have somewhat of that daydream, kind of just, they have a lot of dreams, hopes, aspirations, very, again, just very driven. I feel like that just goes back to the King of Spears energy that we had. So let's get to your oracle cards. And we're going to start off with two. We have a whip, okay. And then we have the numinous, not luminous, the numinous, okay. The whip. I feel like this is someone very, very attractive, pile 3. This is someone who catches a lot of eyes, a lot of heads are turning when they see this person. They walk into the room and it's like, dang. And this person, like, you know, I was saying, didn't I say that this person has somewhat of a game? They know how attractive they are. I feel like they do dress to fit that. I don't feel like, you know, I don't feel like they're dressed like, you know, the girl on the photo, but this is someone who is, you know, takes care of themselves. They might be more of an athlete. They may have a health regimen. They might work out a lot. Someone who's an athlete, someone who is outdoors, very active, even someone who has pets is what I was getting to with that, or bicycle rider. I know bicycle is coming through, a cyclist with that. Yeah, I was trying to think if it was different. I don't know. But yeah, cycling. What's the one that you do like in the gym? Is that cycling? I don't know, because it's like really intense. It might be some type of workout they do. I don't know, but I feel like this person does enjoy intense workouts. I also feel like this one does have a bit of a sex drive as well, but very passionate, very fiery. I don't feel like this is someone that would let you down in the bedroom, if I'm being honest with what I'm getting. Just that and the King of Spears, like, whew. So, you know, if you've been with this person, then you probably know. If not, you know, for some of you, just be careful, because it might be someone who might have a little bit of a player side to them with these cards, especially with the 7 of Cups. So there might be, you know, for some of you, this might be a one-night stand. It's not going to be for everybody, but with this energy I'm picking up on right now, I feel like, yeah, just be a little bit careful. If that's not something you want, but if it is, then hey, you know, this person will take care of you. I think that's it for that one. Yeah, I feel like they have a lot, their sacral chakra, and I just feel like that creative person, but also that sexual, yeah, is there too. So that's probably why it's just very, very present and fiery. And then we have the numinous mystery. So this person might be a little bit mysterious. They may not be the type to just tell you everything, you know. I feel like they might be more about getting to learn about you, asking you kind of questions to figure out who you are. So you may not know too much about this person up front, because they're not going to tell you their life story, you know. I kind of get like that tall, dark, and mysterious, yeah, kind of energy, but very attractive. And maybe for some of you a lot more, I'm getting, you know, I do get those darker features. But with that card, let's see, you know, this is just talking about like the unknown, psychic abilities, other worlds, the occult, intuition, enigma. So for some of you, this goes back to the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like that might be something a lot of people might be into, like paranormal, watching, like they might be into horror, they might be into like ghost hunting, and they might have had experiences as someone who was into astrology, or maybe they're starting to get into tarot, you know, just different things. But overall, or someone who, you know, we have the pyramids, so it could be someone who's very interested in history as well with that. You know, and as crazy as it sounds, I feel like for some of you, this is someone you knew from a past life in Egypt. I know that's very, like, something you may not be able to confirm. Some of you might, you know, I know some of you will, but others, you know, it's like, okay, you know, so just disregard it. I know some of these things are not going to make sense, but I do feel like this is someone who is connected to history and learning different things. And it doesn't have to be just history about the world. It can be about like a specific subject that they're really into, that really catches their attention with that. Anything else? Not really that I'm getting with that. So, you know, again, just take what resonates. I know sometimes these readings are a little bit tougher because I do throw a lot of information, but I'm getting a lot of, I don't always feel like it's just one person that I'm reading for that I get, you know, like it's not just one person because there's going to be so many of you. It's a collective reading. So just take what resonates. And if none of it makes sense, just let it go. And then maybe, you know, down the road, it is going to make sense because that's how tarot works too. It may not make sense at that very moment, but later down the road, it will. All right. And so we have, for your other two, your last two oracle cards, we have Pioneer, and then we have Loon. Okay, and then that's intuitive. So, yeah, you know, I feel like that person might have just a lot of psychic type of abilities. You'll know, or they just kind of, they might be like, hey, you know, oh, I just had a hunch. Like, they might just be very lucky as well. Like, they just do something and, like, they always win. Like, they might be, like, a contest winner. Like, they just know when to do something. Or they do something and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. And it's kind of like that intuitive side of them that is coming through with that. So I'm just going to go with this card first, since I'm already talking about that. Listen to the song in your soul. So this can be someone who is, again, very creative. This is going to be someone who's a musician, a singer, songwriter, might play an instrument, might be a lyricist, might like in writing, is what I get with that. Trust your intuition. Yeah, so we already kind of know about that, as you have a way of knowing. They just kind of know. They don't really understand it for a lot of them, but they are. They are. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. I feel like this person just kind of, you know, always has a lot. You know, they have a lot going on and then they're out and about and then connecting with people, but they don't mind being alone is really more what I get with that. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. And I feel like there might be just something about this person that stands out when they walk into a room. And not just their good looks. There's just something about them. And, you know, tall, dark, mysterious. And this bird, the head is all dark, right? I don't know. I think, you know, like you just pick up on that energy from someone where they can be quiet, but yet their energy is so intense that you pick up on it. So there's that. And that you are loved. I feel like this person is a very lovable type of individual that we have. I think the water energy is very, very present here. So whether they're Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or they just have those energies where they're very kind and loving to those around them or to everybody, you know. Again, they might have a little bit of a temper, but I don't feel like this person is someone who's purposely that way. And then we have the Pioneer. And the Pioneer, I feel like this is someone who, I don't know why, if it's this one or the other pile that I read for. I don't know. But with this, I feel like this person comes up with different ideas. You know, very dreamy. The Seven of Cups and the King of Spears. So I feel like these two combinations is someone who can just dream up something and then make it happen, and they'll go for it. And I don't know why I keep getting this, a lot of the same energy. I think that was a different pile, to be honest, that I was getting that a lot, but I kind of pick up on that same type of an energy here, where they're just like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna change the world, you know, I'm gonna make something better, I'm gonna make this invention, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna create this hack, and that kind of thing. Maybe this person does like creating hack type videos for like TikTok or YouTube, right? I feel like this person just has a way of creating things new and seeing things through different perspectives. And I feel like that fire energy of go-getting, you know, getting things done, and the dreamy type of energy with the Seven of Cups and imaginative comes through, and it just collides in a very beautiful way for this person. It's just like, wow, you know. And probably their intuition too kicking in there as well. But the card says passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Yeah, you know, and that's pretty much what I've been just talking about, right? It's the same thing. And very creative type of individual, someone who just things, it's so open-ended. It really is. So I don't think there's too much else to add on to that. Shadow attribute, compulsive, need to keep moving on. I feel like they're just always active, right? They're just always finding something. They have a lot going on, trying to figure out. So they're kind of maybe a little bit all over the place, and I feel like they're in meetings. Like for some of you, they might be in meetings all the time, or they're getting together with people, teaching, building, creating. It's what it is, but very attractive, handsome, beautiful, whichever applies. A lot of sexual energy coming through with that. And I don't feel like they shy away from it, like I was saying. So, just again, I'm reading for a lot of you. For some of you, this is not going to be something, it's meant to be have fun type of encounter is what I will say. For others of you, maybe this is your person, or maybe your next boyfriend relationship, whatever applies, what you think. I don't know, but let me know if you know who this person is, or if you don't, be careful as far as what your intentions are and what their intentions are, and that's what I have. I'm just going to leave it there, pile 3. So thank you guys for tuning into this reading. Again, the link to my Instagram and Etsy for personals is in the description box. Like, share, subscribe. I hope to see you guys on the next Pick a Card by Pile 3.